Alright, hey, what's up, you guys? Alright, so today I'm going to draw Vegeta for you from Dragon Ball Z. So I hope you watch this. I hope you like it. If you don't like it, keep your hate comments to yourself, please. Thanks so much. Let me set this up here. See, okay? Good. Alright, here we go. Alright. So I start by, first of all, getting this fucking shit off of it. Alright. Start by drawing a circle, obviously, for the head. Okay, so once you have this circle done, this very fine circle, you do a guideline going down the middle to show how his face will be turned horizontally. Vertical line to show the horizontal turn of his face. So he'd be facing to my right. I don't know. Anyway, so then turn it this way. Well, turn it this way, and I do one here for his eyes, and it's going to be curved a little bit downward to show that his head is turned down. Do that for the eyes, and then here for the nose. And these are gonna these guidelines are gonna get erased. So, and you know, these step-by-step things, you know, they are, you know, you can pause the video at any time, obviously. So, anyway, so then I go, erase a little bit off of that, and then I draw a little line there to show his chin. So then this is going to come up to about once it gets about right there, I want to come almost straight up, right past the eye line. Okay, and you come over here. If I'm confusing you by turning the page, let me know. You know, put a comment saying, "Hey, you turned the page way too much." But that's really the only way I can draw. So yeah. All right, then you take this and extend this line a little bit more. Bring that up to about right there. You want the jawline here to be lower than here. Technically, this isn't the jawline; this is the cheek line. So obviously, you want the jawline to be lower. Alright, so that is the basic general shape of his face. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to erase from the nose line down. I don't have, you know, good artsy material. Like, you know, the most fancy thing I have for my art stuff is a graphite stick. This is basically just like a really big pencil. It's used for shading and stuff. Anyway, so then what we do is we go here and we erase that, and we go and begin with the eyes. Now the right eye, his left eye, you know, you'd be looking at it from the right. It comes up like this, almost to where the circle is, and comes down at a very sharp angle. A little less than 45 degrees. I'd say like 35, 40 degrees. And then this comes, basically just follows the nose guideline. A little bit less to have to erase. And the second eye, do it about right here. And bring this up. And instead of it being a sharp angle here, as it is here, you bring it up and carry it out, stretch it out a little bit. And a little bit less of a sharp angle, you know, that's like 100 degrees. Do that, and then you bring it down at a sharp angle. And I know a lot of you may be thinking, but that makes them unequal. True, but it's anime. Blame Akira Toriyama, not me. So then I'm going to erase these bits there. Okay. For the eyebrows, you want to come out a little bit. Don't let this touch yet. This is the top of the eyebrow. Bring this up. We erase the top line here. Alright. This will come up. And when you get to where the corner of the eye and the eyebrow meet, you want to bring the eyebrow down. Like that. Like that. And then, from the eye, bring it out a little bit and connect. So far, so good? Alright, moving on. Now this one, same thing. Okay. And again, erase this. Bring this down. Connect. Alright. Looking good so far? Wonderful. Next comes the pupil. So, I don't know how good you can see. Right there. Okay. Yep. So you do a little circle like that and shade it. You don't have to shade it in right now if you don't want to. I mean, that's just how I do, because to me it gives it more life. Same thing. And you want it to look like he's looking in the same direction. You know, you don't want to have one pupil here and then the other pupil like down here. You know, it'll make him look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So then, oh yeah, so bring this up, connect that there. Alright, next is going to be, erase that line a little bit, just to replace it with another line that comes right there anyway. Okay. And then, you're going to want to do like this, and you want it to look almost parallel with the eyebrow. Not quite parallel, a little curved, but that's going to be like his eyebrow type thing. Not technically this is his eyebrow, but like that's like the muscular part of it. You do that with both sides. Okay, and then you do another line there. You do that. That is like the signature thing for Vegeta. Like that's when he like has his nose scrunched up and you know whatever. Okay, so then you want to bring this down. This will be his nose. And, okay, fair warning, this chin is probably going to come up. Just saying. Okay, so, do that. Like that. Okay. And then you can do a variation of mouths for Vegeta. With Vegeta, you know, he rarely has a smile on. So that's kind of difficult to do to make it look. So, you know, you could just do a very simple mouth like that. You can do a grimace look like, let's see. Wrong way. That looks backwards. Oh my god. Alright, ignore that. Alright. Which I think I'll be doing with this one today. Alright, so that's the basic face of Vegeta. Oh, wait. Alright, and then you add a little chin there. Alright. We good? Alright, wonderful. Alright, this line is going to need to be erased right down to before you get to the eyebrow. And the reason is this. When this comes up, like so, it needs to come out, and you'll see why in a minute. Come out like that. Do like a little triangle that goes around the eyebrow, like that. Same with this side. The angle of this needs to be a little bit smaller. So erase that and then bring that up again and do that. Okay. And the reason for that is because his ears. Alright, now his ears, let me just point this out. Vegeta's ears are enormous. They are enormous, okay? I don't know what was going through Akira Toriyama's mind as he was doing this. Like, if he was stoned or drunk or something. He was on something when he did this. Oh, before I forget, this is supposed to have like a little, to show like the pull of the skin. Alright, so then the ears. The ear basically just, this ear basically just extends. Get about right about to where this is. It's about the same, right? Yeah, it's about the same. You get to about where that is. You bring it down and bring it in. I know what you're thinking. These are like really goofy looking ears. It looks nothing like Vegeta. You're wrong. It comes out better. You'll see. Alright, now this, bring it. Again, an extension from this. Extend it up, and again, about where that is, so it's proportionally right. And you bring this down. And really, where Vegeta's saying, you know, you can, you know, have fun with it because he's not human, you know? So, alright, so here we go. So then the details of the ear, you come out here, you bring it up, bring this down. You gotta let the top one extend over this one. You let this come down like that, and again like that, and another one that comes down like that. And then from this you go like that. That's one ear. Next ear you should see a little bit that over a little bit, and then have this come down and have this curve the opposite of this, and have this curve the same way as this, and then have this have more of a curve to it. Then bring this up, bring it down, up, under, in, like that. Alright, now that we have the ears and the face, it's time for the fun part, the hair. The hair, a lot of people do like, oh my god, the hair, you know, it's so difficult. No, it's not, you know. Alright, so from these triangular thingies, here's where these come in. Let me erase. And let me tell you something, it's a whole lot easier to erase guidelines as you go and not wait till the end like a lot of people do. Because, and my reasoning is, because then if you accidentally erase some of this, there's not a lot of consequence to it. Alright, I left this little bit of line here to show center of face, the center of his face, for the little V looking thing that comes down. Alright, and from these, you're going to do a little curved thing. And if you look, this makes like his temple, his sideburn. So this comes up, and this comes up really high. When it gets about there, it come and almost flat, and then when you get about right here, right about, let's see, I can't really. Alright, so you should be able to tell. And start bringing it down. No. This needs to come. Hang on. Alright, that was my bad. Alright. This comes up and goes in. And then because where he's facing like this, then the hair, oh, that was a little bit too much, hang on. The hair must also curve with the body. So, yeah. Alright, now from this one again. And this one is not going to be flat like this. It's going to be more curved. See, so that way it comes down like that. And if you notice, this line is right directly. Alright, see, now this looks like shit. Bear with me, guys, please. It's my first drawing tutorial. There we go. That's better. Alright, so that was the hairline. That's the hairline. And if you notice, with the big hair, the ears look a whole lot smaller now. Alright, so now we don't need these guidelines anymore. Now this is, so far I'm only doing the face. Later on in the video, it will be, I'll do the neck and torso and arms. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go. Alright, so, with the hair, start off from the point of the ear here, haha. Anyway, start off from the point and go out like this. And you get a good distance up. Stop, come down, and go back up like this. And when you get to where it's about where this would be parallel to the edge of your page, it's about right there, and you go up like that. So then this line, if it were extended, should about touch the point of the other hair. So then, bring this up a good bit. Do like that. Bring that up. Bring it back. Alright, stop there. Don't go any further on that side. Not yet. Then this side, you, from where the jawline is. No, my bad. Not straight out. You want to come up. Be about parallel with the bottom of the ear. And then like that. Come this way and go up. If you notice, this is almost center, like that, which is good. Alright. Then you simply bring this up to about right there. And like I said, he's saying, so play with it. So that's the head and hair. So far, so good, I guess. Oh, forgot something. Under the eyes, when he's all mad and stuff, well, all the men in the Dragon Ball Z saga, Dragon Ball Z series, they have this line to show, like, expression. So don't forget that. I was wondering, I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, what did I miss? Alright, now, before I go on to the neck and torso and arms, darken all your lines. All of them. So that way you can distinguish the difference between what's supposed to be head and what's supposed to be torso. And then, like this, if you feel like your angles are too sharp, you can round them off, you know. So it also gives it a more animated look, because it's just, if it's like sketch like that, it looks drawn. But when, like, okay, in the actual series, in the actual Dragon Ball Z series, if you notice, there are no sketch lines like there are in some other shows, some other animated TV shows. So, and that's because all the lines get darkened. And when I say all the lines, I mean every line, like even these little details inside the ear. Alright, so this could come up a little bit higher. Like that. Eyes. And another thing, with the eyes, they're not really all that angled, so they are angled, they're just rounded at that corner. So, you know, you guys may be a lot faster at this than I am, so you can just skip forward whenever you're done. Or pause it if you're slow, whatever. To be honest, I actually got a lot of it. Like, I would look at a bunch of different how to draw Vegeta pictures on YouTube, and I used what I learned from them, and I'm using what knowledge I got from them, and I'm putting it into this video. So, not, you know, because I can see it now. One guy's gonna watch this, and he's gonna be blowing up my page with, "You stole that from me," and blah blah blah, and all this bullshit. You know, so I want to avoid that. the mouth, I actually got, my younger brother is a big fan of Dragon Ball Z Abridged by Team 4 Star. Well, I am too, but I mean, I got him addicted to it. And his favorite character is Nappa. So for his 12th birthday, I drew him I looked up on YouTube, how to draw Nappa. And it came up with like this great thing, If I master that, I might do that sometime. So yeah. So that's where I got the mouth from, was from the drawing Nappa thing. Well, no. I got the mouth from how to draw Vegeta, Bulma, and Trunks. It's like a picture, it's a viral picture now, that, it's like Bulma is holding Trunks, baby Trunks, up behind Vegeta, and he's like grabbing his mouth, and his mouth is like pulled back like that. So, but it suits, I guess. I mean, something I've always been interested in, though, is if Vegeta came from, I figure the Saiyans must be so much like humans, because Vegeta did not live his entire, Vegeta lived his entire life as a Saiyan, not as a human like Goku did. So, I've always wondered, when him and Bulma got together, did she have to, like, tell him what to do? I mean, because obviously he did it, right? They had 2 kids. And another thing, when you're doing this, you notice I did curves the first time. When you're redoing it, try to make it look a little bit more angled, more sharp, which is like opposite for everything else. Because if you think about it, I did everything sharp on this side. Why would I do everything rounded on this side? It looks, right ass backwards. So, if it's rounded on the hair, sharpen it. If it's rounded anywhere else, round it. Okay, so that is Vegeta's face and hair. I will do shadows for it at the end of the video. Alright, so moving on to the neck. So the neck is very simple. So from here, from where the ear, jaw, and hair meet, it's kind of funny because this is like a little focal point, which makes it a lot easier. You bring this down to about there. I know what you're thinking. Michael, he doesn't have that long of a neck. No, you're right. But, just keep watching. Have faith. You don't want to go all the way up here for that, because look. Because then it makes it look like his face is center, and it's not. So, bring it down to about here. And bring that down. And then, we're going to do the little, whatever's. Alright, now, how do we fix the elongation of his neck? Easy, by adding the shoulders. So from here, you go up about a third of the way. You start there, and you don't want to droop down for the shoulder yet. And another thing, when you're doing this, you notice I did curves the first time. When you're redoing it, try to make it look a little bit more angled, more sharp, which is like opposite for everything else. Because if you think about it, I did everything sharp on this side. Why would I do everything rounded on this side? It looks, you know, right ass backwards. So, if it's rounded on the hair, sharpen it. If it's rounded anywhere else, round it. Okay. Okay, so that is Vegeta's face and hair. I will do shadows for it at the end of the video. Alright, so moving on to the neck. So the neck is very simple. You just, okay, so from here, from where the ear, jaw, and hair meet, it's kind of funny because this is like a little focal point, which makes it a lot easier. You bring this down to about there. I know what you're thinking. Michael, he doesn't have that long of a neck. No, you're right. But, you know, just keep watching. You know, have faith. You don't want to go all the way up here for that because look. Because then it makes it look like his face is center and it's not. So, bring it down to about here. And bring that down. And then, we're going to do the little, you know, whatever's. Alright, now, how do we fix the elongation of his neck? Easy, by adding the shoulders. So from here, you go up about a third of the way. You start there and you don't want to droop down for the shoulder yet. This shoulder will actually be shorter than this shoulder because of the turn his whole body has. So do that about right here. And this side, do the same thing. And you let that go for a little bit longer. Alright. Are we good so far? Great. Alright. I feel bad because where I'm doing this whole video from an iPad, I had to set it up funny. So, you know, I feel kind of bad that you guys are having to watch this upside down. You know, so if you have an iPod or iTouch or iPad or iPhone or something that can lock the spinning of the screen, whatever that's called, lock it and just flip it over, you know, because I feel bad. Alright, so from here we add more guidelines. So here we do a circle that is proportionately correct for the shoulder. Same with this side. And what you want to try and do is make this shoulder smaller than this one. Because again, this is farther away from you. So they are actually supposed to be the same size, but proportionately, this should be smaller than this. Alright, now, alright, so then from this arm, you come down, from the shoulder, I mean, you come down. And these guidelines, actually, you use a lot of it, because if you think about it, this is all going to be like bicep and shit. Alright, so you bring that down like that, and you want this to be more bumped up than this, because like I said, it's going to be a bicep. And you bring that, and you bring like that. Alright, and then a third one, you use to make forearm. You want it to come. This face is supposed to be more like a frustrated face, or like if he was like arguing with Bulma and Bulma won, and he was like, like fuck it, fine, whatever. Alright, so he's got his mouth all grunged up, his nose all, you know, whatever, and his arms crossed. So anyway, do that. Bring this around, bring it up, like that. Okay. Now I normally like to do this in almost this entire arm before I even start on this arm, so that's what I'm gonna do. You guys can do different, whatever. All right, so bring this down like that, and actually, go. You want to make this little point because your shoulder muscle, I don't even know what the fuck that's called. I need to go back to biology class. That muscle there in the shoulder, that's how it's actually shaped. When you erase all that, you're not going to need any of that anymore. And then bring it down like that. Which then use that to draw in the rest of the bicep. And this is basically, you're just going to darken this, basically. You darken it down to where the arm is, the forearm. You then erase this, obviously, and erase all of this shit right there. And bring this down. Once you get past the bicep, you curve it down for the elbow. Right before you get to the bicep, you curve it down for the elbow, like that. This needs to be made a little thicker. Carve that down a little bit because it is going into his other arm. Bring it down like that. You actually don't want to do too much of that. You know, erase that. Do this. This is going to be his glove. His gloves. And that would be the line for the muscle. Okay. Now this arm is pretty much done. So, move on to this arm. Oh, another thing. We are giving him clothes. So let's do a line that disappears right under his chin. So now, what we do is this is going to come straight down. That is going to just go straight into his arm, like that. Just like that, okay. So then, okay. So then, and again with the muscle, you wanna okay. Alright. So then from this you come and erase that motherfucker. Do that. And again, you're gonna want to do another sharp elbow. So let's face it, Vegeta's not kicking any ass with these round elbows. You know what I'm saying? Which then come like this, because that arm was too skinny. Alright. Yeah. That looks bad. Alright, let's erase some of that arm and do this. Bulk him up a bit. And then again, erase this. The other glove. Alright, time for the other glove. Alright. Basically does that. Alright, so far so good. Now we need to finish up. Alright, so here we do collarbone. Okay. Then, basically find the center of body and draw where his pecs would go in. Okay. Now, seeing as this is not going to be a shirtless thing, obviously, we're going to draw the body armor on. So, you come down to about right here and do that. Go like that. And bring this straight down. It should come close to the bicep, not quite, but close. So then, we bring this down and stop. Right there. Then, erase that shoulder line. Do it again over here. You want this one to be kind of parallel with the shoulder. Because then, stop. And this one comes straight down. And again, erase that. And connect the dots. Alright, so now we do a line right there. And a line right there. From there we bring this up and over. Basically just follow this. But then when you come to the pecs, this is what I do. I stop there, bring this down. Remember, this line is already there. You continue from there. A little cheat. That's all. Okay. And then, of course, the lines. Alright, so that is pretty much Vegeta. Alright, yeah. Again, darken your lines. Darken every motherfucking line. Because then when the shadowing comes in, you're going to want to be able to see your fucking lines. Okay. Obviously this will take a little bit longer than the face and hair did because there's more shit to do here. There's more shit, more lines to shade here. Let's get rid of that. Alright, that is all the darkening of the lines. What do you guys think? Look pretty good? Now for the shadowing. I don't pride myself in being like, You know what, I'll do shadowing in another video. I'm just going to darken the hair and the eyebrows and be done with it. Then I'll do shading. Why not? Shadows. Alright, where did my graphite stick go? Hell. Give me 2 seconds to find this thing. Ah, here it is. A little longer than 2 seconds. So, this is a graphite stick. It's really good for like shading and stuff. Now a lot of art teachers will tell you, don't use your finger to blend things together. Well, that is a load of shit, because I do it all the time and my pictures come out great. Okay? Now for those of you who have watched some of my videos in the past, you're probably thinking, well, fuck it, I don't care what you're thinking. Just watch the damn video. You know, maybe I'll redeem myself for the shitty videos in the past. Alright, so I'm not saying you have to have a graphite stick to do this, but it does make it a lot easier. So you basically just start doing like this. Get as much of this as you can. And then take your finger and like down and rub it in. Don't worry about getting your finger dirty. It's like nothing to get it off. See, and then this, it removes all those, like the stroke lines. And also, if you think about it, if you press down a little bit harder over here and it gives it shadowing in the hair. I know what you're thinking, but it's going outside. That's okay if it goes outside, because you can erase it if you're just doing a free thing of Vegeta, you know, in a blank open space. But if you're going to do, like if you want, you can do like a smudgy outline around him that makes it look kind of vague and mysterious, which is, you know, pretty cool, you know. You do lighter ones over on this side to show the difference. See what I did there? And over here you want to get light, and then over here you want to get a little bit darker. So, and again, just rub it in. See, now this shows a contrast of light in the room. Now you want to kind of, you don't want it to be, you know, a blurry contrast. You want it to be a dead set, you know. Now, if the smudges go inside like that, you're going to want to erase that, because otherwise it'll just look like shit. Crap, my grandpa's probably coming to tell me it's time to go to bed. So, if the video goes dark for a minute, don't, you know, I'm coming right back. Okay. I'm gonna take Wiggles out for a piss. Otherwise, he will piss all over our damn floor. Okay. The eyebrows you're going to want to do with your pencil, because, and you're going to want to like not smudge it, because it's really supposed to be the same color of the eye, so it kind of looks like it's connected. I don't know why, it just looks better that way. So, and obviously you can't do this with the big graphite stick because, you know, the eyebrows are small and need that fine detailing that a mechanical pencil can bring. So you want to press down hard to give it that look. Alright, so now for shadows. Okay, since technically more light's coming from this side, we're going to make the shadow on this side. So what you do is you make a line that comes down like this. And it gets to about right there. Gets about right there. You extend this line here as a shadow. Oh, somebody's going to tell me to go to bed. Huh? That's fine, you can go to sleep. Not till 10:30. Tell me I gotta go to work. Alright. So it looks kinda weird now, but what you do, lines. This has been known as hatching, I think, for years. Cross hatching you would do, you know, lines that cross it. So you gently rub that in. And give it a little bit of depth. It gives Vegeta a fiercer look. So yeah, that is basically it. Oh, what I was saying before. Okay. So we're gonna just kind of go around Vegeta. Like this. Very lightly. And I did this I drew Eminem one time. I'm not gonna post that, it's too freaking hard right now. I might do that eventually. This almost looks like Super Saiyan. Not really, but I mean like the part, you know, whatever. The yellow thing around it. And then you're going to take and smudge all around him and kind of blend it together. Like I said, it kind of gives it that. And if you look, it looks like he's standing against a wall or something. Kind of gives it that look. We want it to go all around him.
Turn the light off a bit.
Okay. I'll fix him. I'll fix him. Yeah, I will. I will. I will. Okay, so yeah, that was him. He came in and told me I had to go to bed. So, and I will, you know. if you want to make it look like he's you know, you can make it just look like he's standing up against the wall and just do this and ignore all this completely. But I think it gives him like, you know, and just don't like on this side. Just don't do don't just do a shape. Like do all of this. You know, gives it a mystique. This. Okay. There you have it. A black and white still of Vegeta. And of course, add your signature. So, there it is. Prince Vegeta. So obviously, this video was very long. If you did watch it, you know, thanks. It's very late. It's like 11:45. I've been doing this video for an hour. So, yeah. So, comment, rate, subscribe, you know, leave a comment, let me know who you want me to draw next, within reason, you know, and I hope you had fun. So, yeah, bye.